Alright. Elevators in this game are really confusing at first, but once you get used to them, they're really not that bad. The way they work is there's this vault system in the game, which you can see like this thing that makes you climb up things. This is completely programmatic. It's not hard-coded in the game. So there's a bug where 90-degree corners have a pixel all the way up that you can actually get a vault up. Like there's a weird angle you can get up to climb. And it turns out if you jump backwards into it, you'll actually always get the right timing to hit that single pixel. And you can just go straight up. So the two things that matter when you're doing elevators are the angle and the timing of your jump. If you're... This elevator is really forgiving, so it's a good one to practice on. Like you can be super cute and it'll still be fine. If you're too wide, it'll just like not work at all. But there's a wide angle where this elevator works. And then for timing is the thing that most people screw up. You want to jump like as you're passing by this thing. So you can see right there I actually had the prompt for the vault. That's where you actually want to jump up. So you just do the two things together. If you're having a lot of trouble with it, you can also try staring at the ground. Gives you a little bit more FPS, makes it a little bit easier. You can try crouching. Crouching makes you move slower, gives you more of a chance to get the right timing. All those things can help out. As I said, this elevator is really easy. It's really forgiving. There's lots of room for that one. That's the one you should be doing when you start out. The one that people do over here is a little bit harder. It's a little bit tighter, but it's not too bad once you get used to it. You just need to you get used to, as you're going around the corner, which angle to look at, and then you just need to know your timing for your jump. You should get up every time. Oh. So the one over there is going to give you a little bit more trouble usually at the start. This one's longer, so if you have a really low FPS, it can be hard to get all the way up. It's pretty tall, and you can't actually see the wall. But it is possible with whatever frame rate. So I usually just like this border between the light part and the dark part. I just look a little bit to the left of that, and then that was too soon, so I didn't make it. And when you have the right timing, you should go straight up. It's usually a little bit easier if you walk or crouch during it, since you have more time. And to avoid falling down at the top of this one, I hold W once I'm most of the way up, and that should like make like there's a long part that you can walk over on here. So if you just hold space, you'll be like right on the very edge, and it's really easy to just kind of fall off. So for this one, you can go up. You can even like mash space at the top to like make sure if you don't quite get it, you can get the climb up at the very top. And again, you can do a crouch, and crouching might help you out. It does tend to make some of them easier. Prison has a number of different things that you can do. So the fast one that most people do is they do an elevator up here and then an elevator up here. This is a little tricky starting out, and this one is especially finicky at low FPS. It's like the timing is really tight on it. But once you get used to the timing, it shouldn't be too bad. You want to come up, like face the door more straight on, so you get to climb up to get on top of it. Aim on the left edge kind of that, and you have to run backwards for a very short amount of time before jumping. If you immediately jump, you just don't have enough speed to go backwards, and if you run for too long, you'll just fall off backwards. So there, I'll get you up here, and then this one is one that a lot of people have trouble with. There's like kind of a wide amount of space to run back, and it's not clear where the edge of this platform is. But you can kind of go slightly to the right of that, And you want to jump fairly late so you actually get all the way up. A lot of people just jump too early and it just makes them fall down there. But you want to jump like about as late as possible on that thing. If that top elevator is too difficult, whoops. You can also just drop down. This is also where you'll be if you clip through this thing. Doing it from here seems to be a little bit easier. You just kind of aim here and then you go straight up. There's like kind of a pretty easy setup for this one. You barely have to move backwards because it's a short thing. So just up like that. If this one's really hard, if you're like having a lot of trouble with this and you're not feeling it, you can go all the way over here. This elevator, or this part of the room is higher up, so you don't have to go as high. You can crouch and you can go up this way and mash space at the top to make sure you get climb ups, and that's pretty forgiving. Show that one again. You don't have to worry about the guy detecting you. He never looks up. Here I'm jumping too early, so I'm not quite getting all the way back. There we go. And then you just make sure you walk over here onto the platform, because none of that is solid, and you're on your way. And the one other easy elevator you can do, you want to go over here. This one is pretty forgiving. There's guards over there that will see you, so just crouch and hop, and they won't hear you at all. And then stand here and want to aim like towards the black spot and go straight up. I didn't save, did I? Where's this? Yeah, so crouch. You can also just sprint and go for it, but that's a little bit risky. If you mess it up once, these guards will be right on you. So just go here. Oh. Look down, crouch, jump late, and you should get it pretty much every time. I'm not used to doing this one, so I'm not used to the setup for this one yet.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to...
There we go. I think for most of those I was just jumping too early. And then once you're up here, you follow the walls over here, and you'll be at the same place. And out you go. The only other one, 20% is tower. So I do this one. You can also do it on this wall. I go on here. I have medium texture, so I can see like there's this little brown splotch there, or dark gray splotch that I can see. I line up with that, walk backwards for a little bit, and then jump. So I'm used to doing elevators with sprinting, which is a bad idea. Oops. Should really be doing it without sprinting. So that one's not too bad. And yeah, this elevator also trips out people a lot. This one's very finicky on the angle. I use, again, medium textures so I can see this line. Go on the right edge of it, and then you have to absolutely make sure that you are jumping late enough, because a lot of people go like this and they just won't make it up, and they'll just keep doing that over and over again, and it's no good. You want to make sure you're actually going all the way back so you can actually jump as you're passing this edge, and that'll get you all the way up. So once you get used to the timing, it's really not too bad. Higher FPS will just make the windows and the speed of getting up the elevators faster and easier, but you can still do all of the elevators at pretty much any FPS. It's just a little bit tighter and harder. And again, once you get used to these, They're actually not bad at all. Just takes some practice.